Have you ever dreamed of a place where the earth breathes fire? The skies stretch forever, and wild rivers carve stories into stone. Welcome to Wyoming, a land so untamed, so breathtaking, it feels like it was plucked straight from the pages of a fantasy novel. This is where nature runs free. Silence speaks volumes, and beauty doesn't whisper, it roars. From the kaleidoscopic steam of Grand Prismatic Spring to the thundering drop of lower falls, Wyoming isn't just a state. It's a living canvas of volcanic power, glacial grace, and ancient magic. Here, geysers erupt like Earth's applause. Towering beauties pierce the sky. And sapphire lakes shimmer beneath jagged mountain crowns. It's the last true frontier, where bison roam valleys like they did 1,000 years ago, and wolves still howl under the Milky Way. Whether you're standing beneath the mysterious monolith of Devil's Tower, paddling across the mirror waters of Jackson Lake, watching elk disappear into the golden mist of Lamar Valley, Wyoming doesn't just show you beauty, it pulls you into it. So take a deep breath. The air is cleaner here. The light is softer. The wonder is real. This isn't just a travel guide. This is your invitation to experience the wonders of Wyoming. Raw, wild, and impossibly beautiful. Grand Prismatic Spring. Wyoming's most hypnotic natural marvel, Grand Prismatic Spring, is the largest hot spring in the United States and third largest in the world. It's not just big, it's blazingly beautiful, like a living rainbow. Measuring about 370 feet in diameter and 160 feet deep, this boiling hot spring sits in Yellowstone National Park's Midway Geyser Basin. Its vibrant colors come from heat-loving microbes called thermophiles that thrive around its edges. The center glows a deep blue due to scalding temperatures, while rings of green, yellow, orange, and red ripple outward. These colors change with the seasons, like nature's own light show. Discovered by the Hayden expedition in 1871, this spring has been mesmerizing scientists and travelers for over 150 years. Its colors were so intense, early explorers compared it to stained glass. Beneath the surface, an underground volcano powers this wonder. It's the same supervolcano that fuels Old Faithful and other geothermal features, making Yellowstone one of the most active volcanic systems on Earth. To truly appreciate it, hike the Fairy Falls Trail for a bird's eye view. From above, it looks surreal, as if Earth grew a kaleidoscope. Grand Prismatic isn't just a hot spring, it's Wyoming's natural masterpiece. Devil's Tower. Rising 867 feet above the Wyoming plains, Devil's Tower looks like it was carved by giants, and in native legend, it kind of was. This monolithic butte is America's first ever national monument. Declared a monument by President Theodore Roosevelt in 1906, Devil's Tower has deep cultural significance to tribes like the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Kiowa. To them, it's sacred, a place where earth touches sky. Geologically, it's fascinating. It formed over 40 million years ago from cooled magma that cracked into columns. Its vertical grooves make it a favorite climbing destination, with over 200 routes today. A Kiowa legend says 7 sisters fled a bear and climbed a rock that grew into the sky. The bear's claws etched deep marks, now visible as the tower's grooves. The summit is flat, about the size of a football field, but getting there isn't easy. It's a spiritual journey for some, a thrill for climbers, and a jaw-dropper for road trippers. Whether you're watching the sunrise paint its sides gold or hearing coyotes howling below, Devil's Tower feels otherworldly. No wonder Spielberg picked it as the alien landing site in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Grand Teton National Park. Welcome to Grand Teton National Park, where jagged peaks slice the sky and wildlife roam free. Spanning 310,000 acres, it's one of the most breathtaking alpine landscapes in America. The Teton Range itself towers nearly 7,000 feet above Jackson Hole Valley. with Grand Teton Peak rising 13,775 feet. No foothills, just mountains erupting straight from the earth like frozen waves. This land has been inhabited for over 11,000 years, from Paleo-Indians to modern conservationists. In 1929, it became a national park, thanks to the vision of John D. Rockefeller and dedicated locals. Moose graze near the Snake River, bald eagles soar above pines, and grizzlies lumber through wildflower meadows. With over 200 miles of trails, it's a hiker's paradise and a photographer's dream. Jenny Lake, Taggart Lake, and Cascade Canyon are popular spots. Offering crystal-clear reflections of snow-capped peaks and vibrant fall colors. It's nature, amplified to maximum beauty. Sunrises here are magical. Light touches the mountaintops first, slowly spilling into valleys. In winter, the park transforms into a snowy wonderland. Grand Teton isn't just a park, it's where your soul breathes deeper. Jackson Hole. Nestled between the Teton and Gros Ventre ranges lies Jackson Hole, a high-elevation valley that mixes rugged western charm with world-class outdoor adventure. It's where cowboys meet ski bums and millionaires buy ranches. Historically, it was a gathering place for trappers and native tribes. The term hole meant a deep valley, and Jackson Hole was considered rich in beaver, elk. Today, it's a playground for thrill seekers. In winter, Jackson Hole Mountain Resort offers some of the steepest, deepest skiing in North America. In summer, hiking and rafting steal the spotlight. The town of Jackson itself is a vibrant hub, with wooden sidewalks, antler arches, and art galleries blending rustic vibes with upscale charm. It's the gateway to Grand Teton and Yellowstone. Famous residents and visitors include Harrison Ford, Sandra Bullock, and Dick Cheney, yet it still manages to keep its small-town authenticity. Even the airport has epic mountain views. Wildlife is everywhere. Bison graze near roads, moose stroll through neighborhoods, and elk herds migrate across the valley. Whether you're into culture, cuisine, or camping, Jackson Hole is Wyoming's wild heart with a cowboy soul. Snake River. Flowing over 1,000 miles, the Snake River starts in Yellowstone and weaves through Grand Teton. Cutting through forests, canyons, and valleys like a living ribbon of life. It's Wyoming's most iconic and vital waterway. The name comes from the Shoshone tribe's gesture for river people, which early explorers mistook as the shape of a snake. This misinterpretation stuck and gave the river its now famous name. In Grand Teton National Park, the Snake offers world-class fly fishing, especially for native cutthroat trout. Anglers travel from around the world just to cast into its clear, cold waters. Rafting through the Snake's whitewater rapids near Jackson is pure adrenaline. But float trips farther north offer peaceful views of bald eagles, moose, and the reflection of the Tetons in calm waters. The Snake River has carved deep canyons and nourished life for centuries. It's more than a river. It's a wildlife corridor, a historical highway, and a spiritual source for many native cultures. Its image has graced coins, murals, and postcards. And standing at Oxbow Bend, where sunrise reflects off its mirrored surface, you'll understand why the Snake River isn't just scenic. It's sacred. Bighorn Canyon. Straddling the Wyoming-Montana border, Bighorn Canyon is one of the West's most underrated treasures. Carved by the Bighorn River, the canyon plunges over 1,000 feet, revealing towering cliffs and vivid layers of ancient rock. Formed over 300 million years, Bighorn Canyon is a geological wonder. The colorful limestone cliffs rise dramatically, especially along the Yellowtail Reservoir, which stretches nearly 70 miles through this breathtaking gorge. The Bighorn River is famous for fly fishing, especially wild trout. But it's not just about fishing. Boating through the canyon is like floating through a lost world of stone and silence. Wild horses roam the Pryor Mountains nearby, while bighorn sheep perch precariously on cliffs. It's a wildlife photographer's dream, remote, rugged, and absolutely wild in the best way. Bighorn Canyon, National Recreation Area, sees far fewer tourists than Yellowstone, making it perfect for peaceful exploration. Hike to overlooks, kayak the still waters, or just breathe in the solitude. With ancient petroglyphs, pioneer cabins, and haunting vistas, Bighorn Canyon isn't just visually stunning. It's a hidden storybook of Wyoming's land, water, and spirit waiting to be discovered. Old Faithful. No trip to Wyoming is complete without witnessing the spectacular Old Faithful. Yellowstone's most iconic geyser. Erupting like clockwork every 60 to 110 minutes, it shoots steaming water up to 180 feet into the air. Discovered in 1870 by the Washburn expedition, it was named for its consistency. Early explorers were stunned by its power and used it to wash clothes and cook meals, believe it or not. Old Faithful sits atop the Yellowstone caldera, a massive supervolcano. Deep below, magma heats water until pressure builds, then boom! A dramatic eruption that's thrilled generations of onlookers for over 150 years. Each eruption lasts 1.5 to 5 minutes and can release up to 8,400 gallons of water. Nearby benches fill up fast, so arrive early for a front-row view of nature's show. The Old Faithful Inn, built in 1904, is a rustic masterpiece just steps away. Inside, a giant stone fireplace and log walls make you feel like you're living in a national park fairy tale. With steam rising in the background and bison often grazing nearby, Old Faithful is more than a geyser. It's Wyoming's natural timekeeper, a reminder of the Earth's fiery heart and endless wonder. Star Valley. Tucked between the Salt River and Wyoming ranges, Star Valley is a peaceful alpine gem where Wyoming's rugged spirit meets small-town charm. Locals call it Little Switzerland, and one look will tell you why. The valley stretches across 45 miles and includes charming towns like Afton, Thoyne, and Alpine. It's surrounded by national forest, with rivers, lakes, and mountain views in every direction. Absolute serenity. Early settlers arrived in the late 1800s, drawn by fertile soil, clear water, and wide skies. Today, it's a haven for those escaping city stress for peaceful mountain living and open spaces. Fishing, horseback riding, and ATV trails dominate summer, while snowmobiling and cross-country skiing keep winters lively. It's outdoor living with postcard-perfect backdrops, and never the tourist crowds of Jackson Hole. The valley's name comes from Mormon pioneers who thought the night skies were so bright, it looked like stars had dropped into the valley. It's still a dark sky paradise today. If you're chasing Wyoming's quieter side, where elk roam freely and towns still wave to strangers, Star Valley delivers the peace, beauty, and authentic mountain life that most people only dream about. Flaming Gorge Recreation Area. Split between Wyoming and Utah, the Flaming Gorge Recreation Area is a land of vibrant cliffs, blue water, and wild adventure. It's named for the red canyon walls that glow like fire at sunset. Created by the Flaming Gorge Dam in 1964, the reservoir spans over 91 miles long, making it a paradise for boating, kayaking, and trophy trout fishing. Anglers rave about the 40-pound lake trout caught here. The Red Cliffs are part of the Uinta Mountains, some of the oldest exposed rocks in North America, nearly 1.1 billion years old. You're floating through prehistoric time, quite literally. Wildlife is abundant. Keep your eyes peeled for bighorn sheep scaling the cliffs, golden eagles soaring above, and herds of pronghorn grazing the sagebrush flats that frame the gorge. On land, there are scenic drives, hiking trails, and dramatic overlooks like the Red Canyon Rim. Where the views stretch endlessly across sheer rock faces and turquoise waters below. Whether you're cliff jumping or just relaxing by a hidden cove, Flaming Gorge is pure wild Wyoming, raw, vibrant, and unforgettable. It's one of those places where the landscape doesn't just impress, it shocks you. Yellowstone Lake. At over 7,700 feet in elevation, Yellowstone Lake is North America's largest high-altitude freshwater lake. Spanning 136 square miles, it's a shimmering blue heart in the middle of America's oldest national park. Formed inside the massive Yellowstone caldera, the lake sits atop active volcanic ground. Hydrothermal vents bubble below the surface, especially in West Thumb Geyser Basin, adding mysterious warmth in some parts of the lake. Native tribes lived and fished here long before European explorers arrived. The lake has been a central part of the Yellowstone ecosystem for thousands of years, both culturally and ecologically. Today, Yellowstone Lake is known for its cutthroat trout, crystal clear waters, and wild beauty. Boating, kayaking, and fishing are popular, but beware, the water is rarely above 40 degrees Fahrenheit, even in summer. On calm mornings, the mirror-like surface reflects the snow-capped Absaroka Mountains. By evening, fiery sunsets dance across the waves. It's pure poetry, surrounded by bison, elk, and the occasional wandering grizzly. From lakeside picnics to steaming geyser shores, Yellowstone Lake isn't just scenery. It's a living part of Yellowstone's geothermal and wildlife symphony. Every ripple tells a story, and every visitor leaves enchanted. Titcom Basin. Deep in the Wind River Range, Titcom Basin is Wyoming's ultimate alpine dream. Towering granite spires, glacial lakes, and wild silence make it a bucket list destination for serious hikers and backcountry adventurers. Reaching it isn't easy. It's a 30-mile round-trip trek from Elkhart Park trailhead. But every step rewards you with jaw-dropping views and unforgettable moments in one of America's wildest landscapes. The basin lies just beneath Gannett Peak, Wyoming's highest mountain at 13,810 feet. It's home to glaciers, high-altitude lakes, and wildlife like marmots, mountain goats, and sometimes even shy black bears. Backpackers pitch tents near icy blue lakes, where stars blanket the sky at night and silence feels sacred. There's no phone signal, only wind, water, and your own heartbeat echoing off stone. The Wind River Range has more than 40 peaks over 13,000 feet. Titcom Basin is its crown jewel, a place that strips life down to its most beautiful primal elements. If you crave wilderness without crowds, Titcom delivers. It's remote, rugged, and jaw-droppingly beautiful, a wild frontier that hasn't changed in millennia. Just you, the mountains, and the sky. Green River Lakes. Hidden at the northern gateway of the Wind River Range, Green River Lakes is where Wyoming's wildness begins. Two dazzling glacial lakes sit at the base of Square Top Mountain, one of the state's most iconic views. The Green River, which eventually feeds the mighty Colorado River, begins here as a trickling turquoise stream. It's crystal clear, cold, and flanked by endless pine forests and wildflower-strewn meadows. Square Top Mountain, rising to 11,695 feet, reflects perfectly in the lakes on calm mornings. It's one of those scenes so picture-perfect it feels almost painted. A landscape photographer's dream come true. This area is less crowded than Yellowstone or the Tetons, making it perfect for peaceful hikes, fishing, or just sitting in awe. Moose, deer, and even bald eagles are frequent visitors. The 25-mile Highline Trail starts here, leading backpackers deep into the Wind Rivers. But even casual hikers can enjoy the easy lakeside paths, with million-dollar views at every turn. Green River Lakes is proof that you don't need to battle crowds for breathtaking beauty. It's Wyoming at its most peaceful, just you, the mountains, and the whisper of wind through ancient pines. Yellowstone National Park. Welcome to Yellowstone National Park, the crown jewel of Wyoming. And America's first national park, spanning over 2.2 million acres. It's a volcanic playground of geysers, wildlife, waterfalls, and untamed beauty. Established in 1872, Yellowstone set the global standard for national parks. Its creation sparked a conservation movement that would protect some of the world's most precious wild spaces for generations to come. Beneath the surface lies a supervolcano, one of the largest active systems on Earth. This fiery engine fuels over 10,000 hydrothermal features, including geysers, hot springs, and bubbling mud ponds. Wildlife thrives here. Bison, wolves, elk, and grizzlies roam freely. Lamar Valley is called America's Serengeti for its wildlife density, while Hayden Valley bursts with color and creatures in summer. Highlights like Old Faithful, Grand Prismatic Spring, and the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone are iconic. But it's the hidden meadows, quiet trails, and sunrise mist that truly steal hearts. Yellowstone is more than just a park. It's a living, breathing reminder of Earth's power and beauty. Every corner hums with life, color, and geologic drama. It's wild, it's legendary, it's Wyoming's untamed soul. Mammoth Hot Springs. Perched on a hill in northern Yellowstone, Mammoth Hot Springs looks like a natural staircase built by lava and time. Its terraces are otherworldly, colorful layers of limestone sculpted by hot, mineral-rich water. Unlike geysers, these springs don't erupt. They flow steadily, creating beautiful travertine formations. The constant movement of calcium carbonate builds new terraces. While older ones dry, shift, and change colors with algae and heat. Water here is superheated underground and then pushed to the surface through ancient limestone. As it cools, it deposits chalky white minerals, forming terraces that look like snowy temples, even in summer. The feature is dynamic. It changes daily. Some terraces go dry for years, only to erupt in steaming cascades the next day. It's Yellowstone's living artwork, always evolving, never repeating. Boardwalks wind through the area, letting visitors walk alongside steaming vents, colorful pools, and eerie silence. At sunset, the formations glow gold, giving the whole place an unearthly, timeless aura. Mammoth is also home to Yellowstone's headquarters and historic Fort Yellowstone. Elk often lounge on the lawns, and bison stroll through streets like they own the place, because, honestly, they kind of do. Black Pool. Don't be fooled by the name. Black Pool is one of the most stunningly blue hot springs in Yellowstone. Located in West Thumb Geyser Basin, it's a deep, steaming sapphire gem framed by volcanic beauty. It was originally named Black Pool because it used to be dark and filled with heat-loving microbes. But after a thermal shift in 1991, the water got hotter, killing the organisms and revealing a vibrant blue. Now, it glows with intense color, especially under midday sun. The deeper the water, the bluer it appears, a striking contrast against the pale surrounding ground and rising steam. Its temperatures can exceed 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And though it looks tempting, entering the water is dangerous. Signs warn of the boiling depths. This beauty is better admired from the safe boardwalks nearby. The surrounding geyser basin is active and alive. Bubbling mud pots, steam vents, and tiny geysers all remind you that the land here is never still. Yellowstone breathes through these steaming windows. Black Pool isn't just beautiful, it's a geological transformation. A thermal evolution right before our eyes, proof that nature reshapes even her most serene places with power, heat, and time. West Thumb Geyser Basin. Sitting right on the edge of Yellowstone Lake, the West Thumb Geyser Basin is a surreal sight, a collection of bubbling pools, steaming cones, and underwater geysers, all against a backdrop of vast blue water. This basin formed inside a volcanic caldera over 100,000 years ago. It's part of Yellowstone's larger supervolcano system, but smaller, a thumbprint of explosive history that still simmers beneath the ground. Colorful hot springs, like Abyss Pool and Thumb Geyser, contrast sharply with the chilly lake just feet away. Some geysers even erupt underwater, releasing bubbles that shimmer through the clear shallows. The contrast is mesmerizing. You stand on wooden walkways as steam curls around you. Snow-capped mountains rise across the lake. And geothermal pools gurgle beneath your feet. Beauty with a boiling heartbeat. Fishing Cone is a crowd favorite, an underwater geyser where early anglers once cooked fish straight from the lake. That's now prohibited, but the story lives on as Yellowstone lore. West Thumb is less crowded than Old Faithful. Making it perfect for slow exploration and quiet wonder. It's where fire and water coexist. An eerie, magical glimpse into the Earth's simmering power. Jenny Lake, nestled at the foot of the Teton Range. Jenny Lake is a crown jewel of Grand Teton National Park. A shimmering, glacially carved lake, framed by jagged peaks and thick pine forest. Formed over 12,000 years ago during the last ice age, this pristine lake spans over 1,100 acres. It's named after Jenny Lee, a Shoshone woman who helped guide early explorers in the 1800s. Today, it's one of Wyoming's most beloved outdoor escapes. Hikers can take the 7.5-mile loop around the lake, or hop a boat across to explore hidden waterfalls and canyon trails. The lake's water is crystal clear, reflecting the towering Tetons like a perfect mirror. Early morning light turns everything gold, while evenings bring rich alpenglow across the mountains and lake. Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point are must-see stops. Easily reached with a short boat ride, then a scenic climb. You'll pass thundering cascades and get sweeping views over the valley below. Whether you kayak, hike, or just sit on a log listening to loons, Jenny Lake makes you feel small in the best way. It's wild, peaceful, and timeless, a place that humbles the heart. Sunlight Basin. Tucked away in northwest Wyoming near Cody, Sunlight Basin is a hidden treasure of untamed beauty, where rugged wilderness meets bright, wide skies. It's part of the Shoshone National Forest, remote, wild, and unspoiled. The name Sunlight comes from how the morning rays flood the valley, lighting up mountain ridges, meadows, and streams in a golden glow. It's a place where every sunrise feels spiritual and pure. Few tourists venture here, which makes it feel like secret wilderness. Elk bugle in the fall, black bears roam the hillsides, and trout dance in the icy waters of Sunlight Creek. The road through Sunlight Basin, Chief Joseph Scenic Byway, is one of America's most jaw-dropping drives, winding through forests, past waterfalls, and up to stunning overlooks of the Absaroka Range. hikers and horseback riders explore its deep valleys and alpine lakes. In winter, it transforms into a snow-draped wonderland, with snowmobilers carving trails through the powdery silence. If you're looking for untouched Wyoming, no crowds, no noise, just wild country, Sunlight Basin is your escape. It's one of those rare places where the modern world simply melts away. Firehole River. Flowing right through Yellowstone's geyser basins, the Firehole River is unlike any other. Heated by geothermal runoff, it stays surprisingly warm year-round, making it a unique ecosystem in the heart of volcanic country. The river's name comes from the steam and heat rising from its surface, especially where hot springs and geysers pour in. It literally looks like fire and smoke are dancing along the water. The Firehole begins in Madison Lake and flows for 21 miles through geyser country. It passes iconic spots like Grand Prismatic Spring, Old Faithful, and the Upper Geyser Basin. It's Yellowstone's scenic highway. Surprisingly, trout thrive here despite the warm waters. Fly fishing is legendary, with anglers catching brown and rainbow trout in pools warmed by volcanic heat. Just don't step off trail. The ground is fragile. In summer, swimming is allowed in designated areas where the water mixes to safe temperatures. It's one of the only places you can swim in a river warmed by underground lava. The Firehole River is pure Yellowstone magic, where geology, biology, and beauty collide. A river that runs warm, even in the snow, and tells the story of fire beneath the earth. Cheyenne. As the capital and largest city in Wyoming, Cheyenne is a perfect blend of Old West grit and modern-day charm. Founded in 1867 during the railroad boom, it quickly earned the nickname Magic City of the Plains. Cheyenne became the hub of the Union Pacific Railroad, attracting cowboys, outlaws, and fortune seekers. Its wild beginnings still echo today in rodeos, saloons, and historic buildings lining its streets. Every July, the city hosts Cheyenne Frontier Days, the world's largest outdoor rodeo. For 10 days, the town turns into a cowboy carnival filled with bronc riding, parades, and Western pageantry. Cheyenne's charm doesn't stop at history. It boasts museums, historic mansions, and the stunning gold-domed Wyoming State Capitol, one of the oldest still in use west of the Mississippi. Locals enjoy a slower pace of life, with a strong sense of community. The city has over 600 acres of parks, winding bike trails, and prairie views that stretch to forever. Whether you're here for rodeos or relaxation, Cheyenne delivers authenticity. It's not just a capital. It's Wyoming's beating heart of heritage, hospitality, and high plains beauty. Yellowstone River. Stretching over 692 miles, the Yellowstone River is the longest undammed river in the lower 48. Born in Yellowstone National Park, it winds through canyons, valleys, and prairies. Wild, free, and full of history. The river begins at Yellowstone Lake and flows north through Hayden Valley and the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, carving stunning cliffs and feeding roaring waterfalls like the iconic Lower and Upper Falls. It's been a lifeline for native tribes, explorers, and wildlife ever since. Today, the river supports abundant wildlife, including bison, grizzlies, and bald eagles. Anglers also love its waters, famous for fly fishing and native cutthroat trout that thrive in its chilly depths. Scenic overlooks near Artist Point and the Canyon Village area offer dramatic views where mist rises from crashing waterfalls. And rainbows often shimmer across the canyon walls. More than just a river, the Yellowstone is an untamed artery of the West, pulsing with power, beauty, and a timeless connection to the land. Upper Geyser Basin. Home to over half the world's geysers, the Upper Geyser Basin in Yellowstone is a steaming, bubbling, explosive wonderland. Stretching over 1 square mile, it's the planet's most concentrated geothermal hotspot. The most famous resident here is Old Faithful, but it's just one of more than 150 geysers, including Castle, Grand, Daisy, and Riverside, each with its own rhythm, power, and story. The basin is shaped by the Yellowstone caldera's intense heat. Water seeps underground, is superheated by magma, and then erupts with steam, force, and scalding beauty in endless, mesmerizing cycles. Boardwalks snake through the basin, letting visitors explore safely. Hot springs glow blue and green. Steam hisses from the earth, and each geyser's unpredictable timing makes the visit feel like a suspenseful show. Geologists have studied the basin for centuries, but nature never fully reveals her secrets. Eruptions change, pools shift color, and new features form over time. It's geology in motion. To walk the Upper Geyser Basin is to witness Earth breathing. It's a surreal, alive landscape that reminds you just how wild and powerful nature can be. Beautiful, boiling, and brilliantly unpredictable. Lamar Valley. Often called America's Serengeti, Lamar Valley in northern Yellowstone is a wildlife lover's paradise. Wide open and teeming with life, it's the best place in the park to spot bison, wolves, bears, and elk. The valley stretches between the Absaroka and Beartooth ranges, carved by glaciers and sculpted by time. Its meadows and rivers make perfect habitat for predators and prey. A dynamic, wild ecosystem in motion. In 1995, gray wolves were reintroduced here. Today, Lamar is famous for wolf watching, especially at dawn and dusk, when packs hunt and howl across the golden landscape. Photographers line the road with scopes and lenses, hoping to catch the perfect shot. A bison crossing the river, a bear chasing elk, or eagles soaring above the cottonwoods. The Lamar River flows gently through the valley, nourishing lush grasslands and painting the landscape in vibrant green each spring. In fall, golden aspens add a whole new layer of beauty. More than just scenery, Lamar Valley offers a front-row seat to nature's raw drama. It's Yellowstone untamed, a place where survival plays out daily, and the wild still reigns. Norris Geyser Basin Trails. The Norris Geyser Basin is Yellowstone's hottest, most acidic, and most active geothermal area, and its trails take you right into this alien steaming landscape. It's eerie, unpredictable, and utterly fascinating. Both are laced with boardwalks and trails that weave through geysers, steam vents, and rainbow-colored hot springs bubbling with sulfurous mystery. Steamboat Geyser, the tallest active geyser in the world, lives here. When it erupts, it can blast water over 300 feet into the air, though it's rare and completely unpredictable. Beneath your feet is a world in flux. Earthquakes constantly reshape the area, causing geysers to shift activity or disappear entirely. It's Yellowstone at its most volatile and thrilling. Hiking the Norris Trails feels like walking on another planet. The air smells like minerals, the ground hisses, and everything pulses with heat. It's a place where geology steals the spotlight. More than just a tourist stop, Norris is a living laboratory, a reminder that the Earth isn't a quiet rock, but a dynamic force, simmering and shifting beneath our very souls. Jackson Lake. Surrounded by the Teton Range, Jackson Lake is a glacial jewel in Grand Teton National Park, serene, expansive, and stunningly beautiful. It stretches 15 miles long and reaches depths of over 400 feet. Formed by glaciers and later expanded by the Jackson Lake Dam in the early 1900s, it plays a critical role in both recreation and the Snake River's flow downstream. Boating, kayaking, and fishing are popular here. Anglers cast for lake trout and cutthroat, while paddlers glide past tree-lined shores with mirror-like views of the Tetons rising dramatically in the distance. Ospreys, moose, and even the occasional bear can be spotted along its shores. Early morning mist and evening alpenglow add a magical glow to the already enchanting alpine waterscape. The nearby Jackson Lake Lodge offers panoramic views, and Signal Mountain Road provides some of the best elevated vantage points to appreciate the lake's full grandeur. Whether you're hiking Hermitage Point, enjoying a picnic, or just skipping stones, Jackson Lake is a perfect reflection of Wyoming's wild heart, peaceful, powerful, and always breathtaking. Afton. Tucked into the heart of Star Valley, the town of Afton is a slice of small-town Wyoming charm wrapped in mountains, ranches, and wide skies. It's cozy, quirky, and full of Western pride. Afton is best known for its world's largest elk antler arch, stretching 75 feet across Main Street. It's built from over 3,000 real elk antlers and instantly gives the town its iconic frontier feel. Founded in the late 1800s, Afton quickly became a ranching and logging hub. Today, its roots still run deep. Horses trot down side roads, and local diners serve hearty meals with neighborly smiles. One of Afton's hidden gems is the Intermittent Spring, one of the largest rhythmic springs in the world. It turns on and off like nature's faucet, pulsing with fresh, ice-cold mountain water. The town also celebrates its pioneer heritage with events like the Lincoln County Fair and local rodeos that bring together community, culture, and cowboy spirit in unforgettable style. Whether you're exploring forest trails, shopping local artisan stores, or watching sunset behind the mountains, Afton offers a slower, sweeter slice of Wyoming, a place where history, nature, and hospitality live side by side. Biscuit Basin Geyser. Biscuit Basin Geyser area, located just north of Old Faithful, is one of Yellowstone's most colorful and enchanting geothermal spots. It's small in size, but bursting with geological drama, history, and unforgettable beauty. The basin got its name from biscuit-shaped silica formations once surrounding Sapphire Pool. However, a massive eruption in 1959 blew them away, leaving behind even more stunning colors and thermal activity. Today, Sapphire Pool still glows with brilliant blue water, a deep, shimmering jewel surrounded by bubbling springs, fuming vents, and active geysers like Jewel Geyser and Mustard Spring, which erupt frequently and energetically. The basin lies along the Firehole River, where boiling water from nearby geysers flows into the stream, steaming and hissing as it meets the colder current, a striking contrast of temperature and life. Wooden boardwalks loop through the area, offering close-up views of nature's laboratory. The colors here are intense, caused by heat-loving bacteria and minerals dancing at the edge of scalding water. Though smaller and quieter than its famous neighbors, Biscuit Basin offers raw geothermal wonder in concentrated form. It's the kind of place where every step reveals something bubbling, boiling, or brilliantly bursting with Earth's energy. Lower Falls. The lower falls of the Yellowstone River is not just a waterfall. It's an earth-shaking, mist-spewing masterpiece. At 308 feet tall, it's more than twice the height of Niagara Falls. Cascading into the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, this is the park's most iconic waterfall. The contrast of white water plunging against golden canyon walls creates a view that stuns even the most seasoned traveler. This canyon was carved over thousands of years by the powerful Yellowstone River, cutting through volcanic rock and creating a dramatic V-shaped gorge painted in yellows, reds, and rust from mineral oxidation. The best views come from Artist Point, named after painters who tried, and often failed, to capture its beauty. No canvas matches the sound, spray, and sheer scale of the real thing. Trails like Uncle Tom's Trail lead you closer, via steel steps down the canyon wall, where the thunder of the falls and swirling mist give you a humbling front-row experience. Whether seen from a distance or felt up close, the Lower Falls is Yellowstone's ultimate showstopper, wild, relentless, and breathtaking. It's the very heartbeat of the canyon, and maybe all of Wyoming.